Hey everybody, my name is Andy. Welcome to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about why I run premium fuel in my Tundra. Now I have to say, I have a video out there where I talk about I run premium fuel in this truck. I'm in the Tundra now, and I run premium fuel in it. And I had a lot of comments. You shouldn't do that. You don't have to do that. That's a waste of money. You know, the truck was designed to run on, regular and this, that, and the other. And everybody out there that seems to own one of these trucks runs it on regular fuel. So I thought, let's just see what happens. So I ran it as low as I could get it with premium fuel in it, because that's what I'd had in it. And I run it basically almost empty. I filled it up with low test, and then I run it down almost empty again to try to filter out any remaining, high test or premium fuel that I had in it. And then I filled it back up with low test. Now I want to say that I probably lost about half mile of the gallon, maybe not even that, maybe like a couple of tenths. It wasn't even enough. It probably wasn't a half mile of the gallon. It's probably, a couple of tenths. It wasn't enough to make a difference. But the thing that I did notice is that the engine got louder. You hear ticks. I guess like maybe the fuel injectors were ticking or something, lifters or something like that, but you can hear ticks, especially when you pulled up to like a drive-through window. So like if I was pulling up to a drive-through window and I stopped and the motor noise is bouncing off of the side of the building and, coming back. Sorry about the bouncing. We're not allowed to hold the phones anymore, so I have to put it on a camera mount and I'm doing the best I can. But you can hear it bouncing off the side of the building, and I could really hear it ticking a lot more than I used to be able to hear it. So I thought, okay, I'll go up to middle grade. So I bumped it up to middle grade, and I noticed I actually gained about a half mile more per gallon than I did when I was running high test, and probably a little over a half mile more per gallon when I was running low test. So I thought, well, that seems to be a good deal. I can just run middle grade, still save some money at the pump, and gain some mile per gallon. And I didn't pay a lot of attention. I just started doing that. And I've been running middle grade now for probably, give or take, 3 months. This project's been going on for a little while. I should have videotaped some of it, but I didn't get a chance to. I've been a little busy here and there doing stuff, buying cars, all this, that, and other. But I just didn't think about it, I guess. But this has been going on for about 3 months, so I've got a little bit of time invested in it. So I started running that, and I've been running middle grade for 2.5, 3 months, something like that. And like I said, I gained about a half mile of the gallon. But I did also notice that my engine was louder. It wasn't as loud as it was with low grade gas, but it was definitely louder than it was with premium fuel. So today, I went to purchase a Jeep. Everybody knows I've been looking for a Jeep, and I went to purchase that and had to drive 2.5 hours to get it. So I filled my truck up. It was pretty low. I filled it up with premium. I went back to a premium gas because that loud ticking noise really gets on my nerves. So I refilled it back up with premium. I drove it the 2 hours and 2 hours back. I want to say that after running middle grade for 3 months, I guess I only run low grade maybe like 3 times. And in those 3 times, I just didn't like the noise and stuff, so I immediately went away from that to the middle grade. So then I went to the middle grade, and I've been driving it for 3 months, so I have some seat time in that, and I got used to the way the truck feels and stuff like that. So, I was used to it. When I went back to premium now, even though it had a little bit of middle grade in it, I filled it the rest of the way up with premium. I forget how much it was. It was probably close to $60, $65. I don't know. It was pretty low. And I want to say that the truck is running smoother. It's noticeably smoother I had a little bit of a hesitation in it, just a little bit, and I could feel it on acceleration and on idle. I could tell that on acceleration and idle, it would just have just the slightest bit. And the only reason I can probably feel that is because I wear flip-flops a lot, and I don't like driving with my flip-flops on. I think that's more dangerous than driving barefooted. So a lot of times when I run flip-flops, I'll drive barefooted, and you get a lot more feedback through the pedals when you don't have on any shoes. And that's probably a big reason that I could notice that that little hesitation, because it was minor, but I could feel it, and it was just enough to be annoying. And I thought, I don't know what that is. And you know, I'd run some fuel injection cleaner through it and stuff, and just seeing if something was dirty like that. The oil had just been changed and everything, but I could still get a little bit of hesitation. So fast forward to today, filled up with premium, drove it 2.5 hours one way, 2.5 hours back. I'm almost home now. No hesitation at all. That hesitation is gone. It's running smooth. The truck is quiet. So it's really quietened everything up and smoothed everything out. Now, I know a lot of people on here is going to say the truck does not need to run on premium, and I get that. It probably doesn't need to run on premium to run properly. But that ticking noise and that small hesitation that I feel in my truck when driving barefooted, you know, if you've got on shoes, you may not notice that as bad. At hesitation, you might just a little bit. I'm actually stopped now at a red light, and this thing is perfectly smooth. Perfectly smooth. But, like I said, on that middle grade, had that little hesitation. And I think at idle, with shoes on, you could have still tell that it had that small hesitation. So just between the hesitation and the ticking noise that you could hear mainly when you pulled up to like drive-throughs was enough for me to go back to premium. That small amount, 20 cents or whatever it is a gallon, to get a quieter truck and a smoother running truck is worth it to me. And I do want to say that after I filled up with premium, I went through Chick-fil-A's drive-through and bought me and my buddy something to eat. He went up there and drove the Jeep back for me. So I did buy something to eat. And while sitting in that drive-through with it bouncing off the wall, that truck was just totally quiet. No ticking noises, no anything like that. Just really, really quiet. So that's how I like my vehicles to run. Now, like I'm saying, you don't have to run high test in your truck. And actually, if you want better gas mileage, middle grade got me that. But I just cannot stand that hesitation and that ticking noise. And even though middle grade's tick wasn't as bad as low test, it was still enough to annoy me to go back to high test or premium gas. I don't know if you guys call it high test and low test and middle grade, but we call that here. So premium gas. So I am back using premium gas now. I will only use premium gas in my Tundra. And like I said, a lot of people had asked me why I did that. So I gave it like 3 to 4 months trial to get some good information for you guys. And I think this is good information. You know which one gets better gas mileage. You know which one, you know, actually runs smoother and which one really sucked. But I'd be curious to know about you guys. Do you notice that in your truck? The guys that just run like low grade gas, or, you know, do you notice that tick? Do you have a hesitation? Because I certainly did. And maybe it's, and I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but maybe it's because I run premium in it the whole time I had it so far. And I probably put, I don't know, 18,000 miles on this truck in the 2 years I've owned it. I need to do a 2-year update video, but I probably put 16,000 to 18,000 miles on it. And in that time, just except for the last 3.5 months, 4 months, I've run premium gas in it. And I don't know if the vehicle can actually get used to that or not, but maybe that's what it is. Maybe the computer learned that gas, and then whenever I went to something else, it didn't like it. So let me know in the comments if you've only run like a low grade or a middle grade gas in your truck. Have you experienced that ticking noise or any hesitation. Now I do have some mods on my truck. I have a S&B intake and exhaust and stuff like that. That's really the only high performance mods I have, and that really didn't affect anything, because if it would have still affected with the premium gas I'm running it now. So I can rule those out because it doesn't do it with the premium gas. So like I said, in the comments, let me know, is your truck loud if you run low grade? Does it have any hesitation? I'm just curious about that. And that's why I only run premium in my truck. I gave it a shot, guys. Just ain't for me. Appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time.
You don't hear any chatter right here at all. It's totally quiet, bouncing off this wall, they call it. Just want to let y'all see a sound piece.